everyone, I'm back. I told you I would be. I missed you guys. I had my knee replacement surgery almost 4 weeks ago, and I've been home, stuck in the house, recovering from that for the 4 weeks. I'm having physical therapy, I'm on pain meds, tons of ice. I'm coming along. I'm not 100% there yet, but I wanted to get back to some sort of normal routine, and I missed you guys. So I thought showing you how to make a recipe would cheer me up, and I hope make you happy. So the diva put on lots of makeup so I wouldn't scare you away, and we're going to get started. So it's October, and this is the greatest time of year for going apple picking or picking pumpkins. And I have some fantastic recipes for both. So today, I thought, I'm going to show you how to make cheesecake stuffed apples. And let me tell you that the only way to eat a cheesecake is in the form of an apple. And the apple serves as almost like the crust of the cheesecake. This is going to be a recipe you never knew you needed, but it's so good, so easy. So let's get started. This recipe calls for 4 apples. I happen to use Gala apples, but you can use whatever kind you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your apple. I tried to find apples that were flat on the bottom so they would stand up straight. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut off the top of the apple. And then you're going to seed it and scoop it out. Now you want to scoop out enough so that you have a nice area to put your cheesecake filling in. So I'm just going around with my knife. I'm going to take out that portion. I usually use a melon ball scooper. What did I do with that? Just 1 second, I'll use my spoon. But I couldn't find it, so I'm using my teaspoon. But a melon scoop works really good. So you want to get out your seeds and some of the apple, because you want to have enough room in there to put your cheesecake filling. Now this recipe happens to call for 4 apples. I guess depending on the size of your apples, maybe you can get 1 more or 1 less, but I'm giving you the actual recipe. So I've cleaned out the inside of that. You see how it looks? You're taking out all the seeds and you're scooping out some of the apple so you have some place to put your cheesecake filling. So I did this ahead of time for 4 apples. And take a little bit more out because I like a lot of cheesecake filling in there. Okay. I'm going to put this aside. And in my baking pan here, I'll tilt it up so you can see, I have, my 4 apples. All right, so I'm going to put these aside for a minute. And the next thing I'm going to do is make that yummy, syrupy ingredient that we're going to brush the inside of the apples with. So right here, I already melted 4 tablespoons of butter. To the 4 tablespoons of butter, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of a cinnamon. So that's 1 teaspoon of a cinnamon. That's a tablespoon. We need a teaspoon. Where is my teaspoon? Here it is. So 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I should have opened it up the other way, but this is fine. Okay, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And now we're going to put in here 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I use the dark brown sugar. So 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. 1. 2. All right, I'm going to mix this up. And what I'm going to do after I get it all mixed is I'm going to take my pastry brush and I'm going to brush this delicious mixture inside all 4 of my apples. So I want to get all that brown sugar incorporated in there. Smells good. Can you smell it over there, cameraman?
Of course.
My cameraman has had 4 weeks off from filming. Did you miss me, cameraman?
Yes, I had nothing else to do.
Did you enjoy your vacation?
Yes, I went to Europe for 3 good weeks, and then I went down the shore for 1 week.
I will tell you, my cameraman has been the biggest nurse for me. I couldn't have gotten through this surgery without him. He's been getting me my medicine, my ice, picking up the house, cooking the meals, going to the store. I'm a lucky lady. Everybody should have a cameraman, nurse / husband like him. So thank you, Timmy.
You're welcome. I'm available for rental.
All right, I'm going to take this nice mixture and I'm going to brush it inside the apples. Oh, does that look good? Brush the sides inside and the bottom. It's going to give it a nice flavor. Okay. And then what I'm going to do after I brush this inside is I'm going to put these apples in the oven, 400 degrees, for 20 minutes or until they're tender. So I will put them in the oven now, and I will be back in a couple of minutes to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, bye. The apples are baking in the oven, and while they're baking, I'm going to mix up the cheesecake filling. What you need is 2 blocks. These are 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. I softened the cream cheese. So we're going to open it. I'm going to put it right in this bowl. There's 1. Get the other baby in there. You know, I'm taking out this cream cheese and it's reminding me, my husband's grandmother, she lived to be 99 years old. She made her homemade date and nut loaf bread. And it isn't that popular now. You don't really see that much of it, but it was so good. And when she baked it, I remember going up there to visit her. I used to spread cream cheese on it. It was so good. So I told the cameraman one of these days I'm going to put her recipe on YouTube as a video, and you may want to all give it a try because it's delicious.
And where did she live? Where did
she lived in Massachusetts.
What town?
East Boston, right?
Yes, diva.
Okay, so we have our 2 packages of 8 ounces each of cream cheese. We're going to put in here a 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar. And we're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. I love vanilla. I'm always a little heavy-handed with it because I like it. All right. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, you know from watching me, my followers, I always use my handy-dandy KitchenAid stand mixer. But for this, I'm going to use my KitchenAid hand mixer because we only have a little bit in here and we just have to get it mixed up and incorporated. And notice it's pink. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I hope you're all going to have pink power and all you ladies are going to get out there and get your mammograms because they can save your life. So let me get this in here and incorporate it. I hope it doesn't fly all over because even though I'm apron obsessed, I didn't put my apron on today. I thought my little cats were kind of Halloween-y or fall-like. There we go. I'm going to start it out on low. Woo, so it doesn't go all over the place. I haven't used a hand mixer in a long time. I'm so used to my stand mixer. There we go. I'm just going to mix that all up. Normally I stand for this, but because my knee and my leg are still hurting me, I'm sitting for this recipe. Okay, now I can get it going a little faster. The idea of this is we're going to make this cheesecake filling, and then when the apples come out of the oven, we're going to fill the apples with the cheesecake mixture, and then we're going to put them back in the oven for a few more minutes until the cheesecake mixture gets warm. Now, this looks to me like we're going to have maybe more than enough to fill 4 apples. So, you know, you'll just have to judge it depending on the size of your apples. You might be able to fill 5 of them. If they're big apples, just the 4. But you can decide that when you pick up your apples. And I do buy the Gala apples, but you can use any kind of apples you want. Okay, let me get this all mixed. Coming good. Okay. I'm going to taste this and make sure it's all mixed good. Let me see. Forget the apples. I'll just take the bowl into the other room and eat that. So good. Okay. So the apples have about another 10 minutes to go. So I'll be back as soon as I take them out of the oven, and we'll fill those babies, and I'll show you what to do after that. Okay, bye. The apples are out of the oven. I baked them for 20 minutes at the 400-degree temperature, so they're nice and tender. I poked them with a fork to test them. Now I'm going to fill each of the cavities of the apples with this cream cheese cheesecake mixture. Oh boy, that looks good. Now these apples are small, so I think if these apples were a little bit bigger, you would use all of this filling. But I think with these size apples, I could have probably made another 3 or 4 of them. So let me fill the cavity with the cream cheese.
Diva.
Yes?
Maybe we could use some of the leftover cheesecake cream cheese for bagels.
That's true. That might be good. Did you buy bagels when you went to the store this morning?
I bought one for you.
Ooh, thank you. See, we have to top it so it comes a little bit over the top, so that's looking good. Push the filling in. Okay. These are going to be returned to the oven now for 10 minutes. And when I take them out, I'll show you what we're going to do. And then we'll have apple testing time. Okay. I took the apples out of the oven with the filling in them. Filling's nice and warm. Now just to top it off, I'm going to put a few crushed graham crackers on the top of each one that I crushed up a little earlier. And then I'm also going to put a little cinnamon on the top, just to give it that finishing touch. They look good. And then, of course, you all know what comes next. Taste testing. So let me put a little cinnamon on them. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold them up, but I'll try without them slipping so you can see what they look like. You ready, cameraman?
Ready, Freddy.
Can you see these at all?
Slightly.
Don't they look good?
Spectacular.
All right, now I'm going to take one out, put it in this dish. I'll take a small one out. Whoops. I'm going to cut it in half so the cameraman and I can share it. Let me move these over here. Get a knife and a fork, and let me cut this baby in half. Oh, it looks good. Oh. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, can you see that, cameraman?
Why, yes.
Look at that. Now the cheesecake filling in there is very hot. You know, you might want to make sure you have it cool down a little bit, but I'm going to taste it because I can't wait. Let me see. I'll pass it over to you in a minute, Tim.
That's Mr. Cameraman. To you.
Tim's laughing. The angels are singing. This is really good. Really, really good. Let it cool down for a few minutes because it's a little watery now, but I would definitely make these again. They're so good. Here, Tim. Taste it. Tell me what you think. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make sure you get some cream in there and some apple. What do you think?
Superb.
Alrighty. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. I certainly would if I were you. And for anybody that went apple picking, I'm sure you have tons of apples. So now you have something new to do with them. So stay tuned. Now that I'm starting to be on the mend, I'll start doing my videos again. Halloween's coming. So I have grandsons that are raising their hand, especially the little one who wants to be in the video with his costume. So anyway, happy fall. Enjoy the recipe. And I'll see you soon. And if you like this recipe, don't forget, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss all my upcoming videos. And I will see you soon. Toodles!